Okay guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel guys. Again, this is your host, Santos Cabernet Jr. Always wishing you a good day. Guys, today as I said, as I promised in my previous tutorial that I'm going to do another PLC programming for forward reverse. Okay, so guys, what I have here is my forward reverse wiring diagram. Okay, now for the forward reverse power diagram, you have to wire it like this. Okay, now actually for the forward reverse we have a main, or we have this MCCB. Then this is molded circuit breaker or molded case circuit breaker. Okay, so as you know, for the forward reverse we have a 3-phase power supply in there. Okay, 3-phase. It could be 220, 380, 415, whatever is the power supply available in your place. Okay, so you have here, now actually this is just a simple power diagram. So you have a MCCB, then you have two contactor here. So C1 for, let's say this is your forward, then C2, this is your reverse. Okay, so then apart from the two magnetic contactor, you have this OLR. This is the overload relay. Okay, this is the protection to protect the motor from overload condition. Okay, so again the motor is 3-phase. Okay, now actually in power diagram, what is happening is when you are in forward, okay, so red, Y, blue. Okay, red, Y, blue. So you're assuming this RYB is making your motor rotate in a forward direction. Okay, now if you want to rotate the motor in a reverse direction, then you need to stop the forward contactor or de-energize it, then energize the reverse magnetic contactor. Now what is happening? You are just trying to reverse the two phase. Let's say, as you can see here, what is being reversed here, instead of this main power connection here, so R for forward is connected to the first terminal here, then Y to the next terminal, then B to the next terminal. That is in forward. But when it is in reverse, R will be connected to the third. Okay, as you can see here, R is connected to the third terminal here. Okay, then the Y, okay, we have the same for Y. Then the B will be connected to, I guess B should be connected to the first one. Okay, so to the first. So we are just reversing the connection of R and B. Okay, we are keeping Y. In forwards, RYB. Okay, in the three terminals of the motor. Then in the reverse, we are just reversing the connection of R and B. So B will go to the first terminal and R will go to the third terminal. Then we are keeping Y. So meaning, in forward, in reverse, in forward or in reverse, we are just trying to reverse or change the connection of R, red and blue wire. Okay, so that the motor will rotate in a reverse direction. Okay, so that is how you are going to do the power diagram. Now, let me focus you in my, just give me a minute. So if you are going to do it manually, or you are going to do the manual connection of this RYB, you will follow this manual control wiring. Okay, now as you can see here, the control is single phase, so neutral and phase. Let's say this is 220 volts. Okay, now so what will happen, as you can see here, this is the first contactor for magnetic contactor for the forward, and this is C2 for the reverse contactor. Okay, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lamp indication here. So first lamp indication is if the motor is running at forward, then the next indication is for the reverse, if it is rotating at the reverse direction. Then this one is for the trip condition. Let's say there is some overload condition in our motor for some reason, then this trip lamp will lit up. Okay, then I have also a off lamp here. Okay, now it's so easy to follow. So your phase or your 220 will pass through a circuit breaker. Okay, then when it goes out of the circuit breaker, it will go to the overload relay, normally close contact. Okay, I think this one is normally close is 95 and 96. So this is 95 and 96. Then you have here the stop push button. So after it will go out of the overload protection, then it will go to the stop. Okay, now stop is normally closed. Then we have here our push button switch for the forward. If you want to run the motor forward, okay, so you will just push this. Then this one is the latching. Okay, if you are following me in my tutorial, you know already what is latching. So again, it will come from the magnetic contactor of forward magnetic contactor, normally open. So we will be using that one for latch. Then after that, it will go to the normally closed contact of reverse magnetic contactor. Then it will go to our, meaning this is the flow of 220 before it will reach the coil of our C1. Okay, then if you want to run it, okay, if you want to run it in reverse, first you need to stop. Okay, because even though you press, let's say you press the reverse here, then this one is, when it is running at forward, then you press this one, then it will pass at normally close contact of C1. But since this one is running, C1 is energized, though this normally close contact is open. So even you push this reverse, it will not go to the reverse direction. The reason for that one, you cannot, as you can see, this is like direct online. Okay, so this is direct online. So imagine if you don't have this interlocking, because we call this C2NC and C1NC is the interlocking. This one will prevent you from, when the motor is running at forward, then immediately you will run it at reverse. It should be, it should not happen, because imagine if you have a big motor running at full speed at forward, then suddenly you will run it at reverse. There is no logic in that one. Okay, so you cannot reverse a forward motor immediately. So this one is the interlocking. Okay, so this C2NC and C1NC, this is the interlocking to prevent forward motor running at forward, then immediately running at reverse. So this one will prevent this scenario to happen. Okay, so first stop it. Okay, then when the motor stops, okay, when the motor stops, actually you can see also, if it is stop, you will see this one. Okay, we can change this to stop. Then that's the only time you can run it at reverse. Okay, so when you push this one, the flow of 220 is from here, then it will pass to the normally closed contact of this C1. Since this one is not energized, so this one is closed, then the 220 can flow, or the current can flow to your coil of reverse contactor. Okay, then again we are using here a latching contact coming from the reverse contactor coil. Then this one, again we are using this C1 normally open for our forward lamp indication. Likewise, we are using C2 normally open for our reverse. Then our trip, then this one is for our trip. So the overload protection, when it trips, this normally open will close, and this normally close will open. Okay, that's the time we will have a trip lamp indication here. Okay, the off or the stop condition of the motor will pass. So meaning 220 will pass to the normally open contact, a normally closed contact of C1. then it will pass also to the normally closed contact of C2. Then if both magnetic are not energized, that's the only time you will have this off indication. Okay, so this is the manual control diagram for forward reverse. Now what we have to do is we will try to write a PLC program for this forward reverse control. Okay, so let me show you my motor control. Just a minute. So okay guys, actually I have already started my wiring. Okay, so it's almost finished. Okay, now as I said, I am just going to simulate the control because I don't have motor here. I don't have a three-phase motor, so I will just try to simulate the control. Okay, so we are going to use these two contactor here. Okay, so the next part of this will be the PLC ladder programming creation. Then the next part is the simulation. So I will just try to finish my wiring here. Okay, because I have to do some changes here. Because in manual control, the wiring is different. But if you want your PLC to do the control, then you have to do some changes in the wiring connection. Okay guys, so I hope this forward reverse will give you an idea if you will be dealing later on with a motor that can be run in forward direction or in reverse direction. Actually, this setup are most used in like conveyor, lift, and other motor that drives a car, or just like the elevator. Okay, so the elevator can go up and can go down. So that is forward and reverse motor direction. Okay, so guys, thank you for joining me here. So this will be the first part of this forward reverse PLC ladder programming. Of course, I need to explain to you what will be our target to run our motor or our control in forward and reverse direction. So again, thank you for joining me. And this is your host, Santos Capellan Jr., always wishing you a good day. And before I will end, God bless us all. Let's all be safe and bye for now. Now, if you have a question, please put a comment.